Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. In today's flow, we're going to be moving quite a lot around the hips, and I want to invite you to sit a little bit with the idea of self-expression. So this month in the Advaya Circle, which is my weekly online classes, we're working kind of pretty much all around self-expression. So how can you express yourself through your body movements, through your voice, not necessarily just voice, but like sounds, and even like by journaling. So let's get started first by connecting with breath so that we can move towards movement. Find a comfortable seated position. And then wherever you are, just make sure that you can feel yourself connected and grounded into the earth. And at the same time, you can feel yourself nice and connected into the sky. So elongating your spine, feeling that flow of energy from the earth to the sky and from the sky into the earth. Seeing yourself as this sacred vessel of self-expression. There's only one of you in this world. How are you using and enjoying this gift? Have you been expressing yourself as you would like to? And take one more breath. And then just start by bringing the hands connected right in front of your heart. Noticing all the thoughts, all the feelings, all the emotions, sensations, and welcoming all in. We cannot fully express ourselves if we are excluding certain parts of ourselves. So we want to use today's practice to kind of unite, bring everything together. So take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Bow your head towards your heart. Intentioning this practice into really letting yourself flow free into your own expression. And then bring your head back up. And just come into all fours, tabletop position. So spread your fingers nice and wide. Make sure your knees are right underneath your hips. And then from here, just start to circle your movements. So go to whatever direction feels best for you. We want to start to warm up your wrists as well as your hips in here. So let your hips go all the way back, all the way to the left, forward, to the right. So really feeling that 360 degrees movement. And then switch directions, go the other way around. Making sure that the fingers again are nice and spread and that you're pressing the four corners of your hands equally on the mat. Good, and then back to your tabletop position. The next time you inhale, extend your left leg all the way back behind you. Start to bend your knee in a 90-degree angle and start to find circular movements now with your knee. Imagine that you have like a pencil right in the middle of your kneecap and that you're really trying to draw a circle in here. And sometimes we get in here and we're like, if that's your self-expression today, I highly encourage you to kind of let that aside just for a little bit and move a little bit slower. That will allow you to get into the nitty-gritty of the hips, which will be really good for what's coming into our practice today. And then switch sides. Nice and slow. Slower than you wish. And the breath still moving nice and fluidly. And then we're going to switch sides. So lower your right knee down, extend your left leg back. Bend your knee and start to draw your circles here on your other side. If there's any sort of extra pressure happening on your wrists, make sure that you're pressing your finger pads into the mat. That can help. Or another option that I like a lot is just coming up higher on your fingertip. That will also help you straighten your wrist. And then switch, go the other direction. Good, and then release your left leg back down. Come to tuck your toes, find a seat onto your heels, and then I want you to start leaning back in a way that you can feel your knees floating up and away from the mat. So see if you can sit nice and long right on top of your heels. Hands can either be on your block if you have them nearby and you want to use it as a support, maybe if you have a water bottle, or just letting your hands flow free. Good, and the next time you inhale, stay still on your tippy toes. We're gonna start to rise all the way up to stand. Lift, lift, lift. And then lower your heels, forward fold all the way down. Nice, bend your knees, sit on your heels. Find your long spine. 2 more times just like that. Arms go up, on the tippy toes, come and stand all the way up. Lower heels, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, sit on your heels. Long spine, crown of the head connecting, magnetizing into the sky. Arms go up, come all the way up to stand on the tippy toes. Strong ankles. And then lower your heels, forward fold. This time just crawl your hands to the top of the mat, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Your feet can be hip width distance apart or even wider. But in here, I want you to start bending your knee a lot as you push your hands into the mat and lift your hips even higher into the sky. Once you reach that range of motion, then you can slowly start to try and extend your legs, kind of reaching your heels closer to the mat. They don't necessarily need to touch, especially if that brings a little bit of a curve onto your lower back. So you don't want this. You rather have this and this, okay? One more breath. And the next time you inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Feet outside of your hands, Malasana squat. So hands are gonna come into your heart. You can squat as low as you possibly can. Maybe your lowest today is here, and that's also great. But find your limit, find your edge. And then from here, a little bit of a free time for you to fully express yourself with your arms. So you can either just bring your arms into a cactus position. Maybe you'd rather just have a free movement as you kind of find a twist to one side and to the other. Maybe you want to play around with coming up and standing and then folding back down forward. Back into your Malasana, kind of finding a little flow. Whatever feels intuitive for you right now. We have 3 more breaths. Good, and then back into your Malasana. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. And then plant your hands, walk or step your feet back, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. When you breathe out, downward facing dog. Readjust. Make sure you're breathing. And here we go for our main flow of today's class. So inhale to lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. In here you can choose if you want to stay right here or flip into your wild thing. Step your right foot behind you. Lift your hips up, lift your heart up. Right hand up and overhead. One more breath in. When you exhale, your right foot's going to step all the way to the top of the mat. And you come to Skandasana to the back. So bend your left leg, straighten up your right. Big breath in here. Really getting into the hips. And then come back to the center, goddess pose. Toes are out, heels are in. Readjust yourself on the center of your mat, and then rise. Knees are bent, your hands are gonna come onto your legs, and you can kind of just start to find a little twist in here. So go to one side, go to the other. That feels really good in my body. Nice, and then come all the way up to stand. Bring your toes in, heels out, and forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, walk to the top of the mat, side plank pose. Right arm up, squeeze your hips up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Last breath. And then bring your right hand down, float your right foot up, one-legged plank pose, and one-legged chaturanga lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. You can take 5 breaths here in your down dog. Rest in child's pose if you'd like. Or even find any other movement that you might be craving right now for the next breaths. Thinking about self-expression. What is authentic to you to do in here right now? You're the only one that knows. We have one more breath. And then back to your downward facing dog. Once you get in there, take a big breath in. A big breath out. Inhale now to lift your left leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Stay or flip into your wild thing. Left foot behind you. Squeeze your glutes, send your hips up to the sky as well as your chest. Left hand up and overhead. Breathe. Good, nice and slowly stepping your left foot all the way to the top of the mat. Once you get there, Skandasana all the way to the back. So bend your right knee, straighten up your left leg. All the way down. One more breath. Good, and then we're gonna rise into a goddess pose. So toes out, heels in, rise your spine, and then bend your knees, hands come onto your legs, and this time just kind of like slide yourself side to side. Good, the next time you inhale, rise all the way up. Toes in, heels out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands to the top of the mat for your side plank pose. So right hand stays on the mat, step your left foot back, lift your left arm up. Good, one more breath. And then plank pose, one-legged, left foot lifts up. Inhale here. Exhale, Vinyasa. Downward facing dog or child's pose, one more time for 5 breaths. So now, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna repeat the same flow we just did on both sides in a little bit faster pace. And then after that, on our third round, you're gonna either have the chance to flow through that by yourself without my guidance, or to do anything else that your body is actually craving to do, okay? So hope you're ready and excited. And here we go. Inhale to lift your right foot up to the sky. Exhale, scorpion dog, bend the knee, open your hip. Allow yourself to flip into your wild thing. Back bend, open up your heart. And then slowly step your right foot back to the top of the mat. Spin yourself around all the way, Skandasana. Squat it down. And from here, find your goddess. In here, whatever option of goddess you want to take, I'm going to lift my heels up, send my arms up to the sky. If there's anything else that's more authentic to you, just please go there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. all the way up to stand. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, side plank to the top of the mat, left hand plant, step your right foot back, maybe even lifting your right leg up. One more breath. And then keep your right leg up, plank pose. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga lower. Inhale, back bend. Breathe out, downward dog. 5 breaths in here. If you're feeling a burst of energy into your body like I am, embrace it. Use it to get more creative, to express yourself even more on this left side. So here we go, from your downward facing dog, inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale here. Exhale to flip into wild thing. Take up as much space as you like and as you can. Good, big step with your left foot to the top of the mat. Spin around for Skandasana. Bend your right knee, extend your left. Breath in. Out. And then find your goddess pose. Adjust and take whatever version you would like in here. I'm gonna have my left elbow onto my left leg. Take a side bend with your right hand. And then I'm gonna switch my side. Right hand down, left arm up and over. One more breath in. And then bring it down. Inhale, both arms to the sky, straighten up your leg. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, big breath in. And then walk your right hand to the top of the mat, side plank pose. Maybe lifting that left leg up to the sky. Find your balance. One more breath. Good, one-legged plank pose. Left foot stays up as your chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. 5 breaths in there, or child's pose, or find a seat into your hero pose. And here we go. From your downward facing dog, we arrived at the time where you're gonna be able to choose if you wanna repeat that same flow, we just did it 2 times, or if you wanna do anything else that your body's craving more at this time. I'm not gonna be guiding you. If you wanna follow along, you can just watch me. I'm gonna repeat that same flow we just did, but kind of just adding on my own self-expression. But feel free to create your own, okay? So here we go. Don't feel like there's a right or a wrong in this time. You can see that I'm just doing my own thing. And I want to encourage you to do the same, okay? You're the only one that knows yourself. And there's nobody else like you in this world. So what is your self-expression at this time? Find it for yourself. We're almost getting done with our right side. So get ready for your vinyasa and for your 5 breaths in down dog or child's pose. And whether you did your own flow or if you followed along with me, I just want you to notice what are the thoughts that are passing in your head right now. And if they're not very self-affirming thoughts, I really encourage you to change the direction, change the focus of these thoughts. Last breath. And into the left side we go. Once again, I'm not going to cue you. Just do your own thing or follow along. Inhale. Feel it out. Again, no right or wrong. One more breath. And start to find your flow into your vinyasa. Child's pose, down dog, Virasana hero pose. Where does your self-expression wants to land? And stay for these 5 breaths. If you feel like that there's a smile wanting to come and pop up on your face, let it happen. That's what sometimes can happen every time that we're letting ourselves be who we are. No fear of being judged, of not being accepted. Just knowing that as we are a gift to this world. Take your final breath in here. And then from wherever you are, just please come to lie down on your back. We're gonna start to wrap up this practice. So here we go for a round of bridge pose. So bend your knees, soles of the feet into the earth. Your feet is hip-width distance apart. You can stretch your arms alongside your body, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And the next time you inhale, pressing through your heels, and then start to lift your hips up to the sky. Sometimes in this shape, I really like to kind of just like connect my hands right here at the base of my lower back, giving myself some extra support and also an extra stretch for my shoulders. And if your self-expression stops right here, that's great. But if you want to keep going, maybe lift one leg up. Maybe see if you can lift both of your legs up. Last breath. And then slowly lower, 1 foot at a time. Release your hands from underneath your lower back and lower all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll side to side. And then from here, just release your legs and arms long and relax and rest in your Shavasana. And here there's nothing to do, nothing to think about, no need to control your breath. Your only job in here is to let go of everything, to not engage with your thoughts, and to rest. I recommend that you stay in Shavasana for at least 10 very nice and slow breaths. But if you're at your home and you have time and you want to stay longer, please be my guest. But that's where I'm going to leave you today. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I appreciate your presence, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.